Okay, let's go. A new death battle is here, so let's go and watch it. This time we had Dante versus Clive, which is Devil May Cry versus Final Fantasy. I think it was Final Fantasy 16, if I remember correct. This character goes from. You know, Dante has been in Death Battle before. Actually, when I think about it, I don't think he's been in a Death Battle since he fought Bayonetta, I think it was. So that's a real long time ago at this point. If it wasn't in between there, I don't remember who else it was fighting. Clive, it's first time, so we have a new character. And they're using a new Final Fantasy character. I know he's one from the newer ones. I think it's 16, but I might be wrong. I haven't played it, so. But I don't really know these two characters that well. So I think I just have to do this little intro part really short. Because I really don't have anything to say. So, let's go watch the analysis. And, let's go! Okay, it's gonna be a 3D one. Alright, a 3D one. Okay, let's go!
DMC's Devil Hunter versus Final Fantasy's Shield of Rosaria. He's Wiz and I'm Boomster.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Yeah, let's go!
It's a dangerous world out there.
Alright. I do know about Dante's
evil
existence though, but
businessmen
you know,
lust for
because
power.
you know,
And
because
every
I've been
day
in that
brings a
pub
new
before.
cataclysm humanity
I never
must
played
face.
that Devil May Cry.
This world may seem like the
Only
end,
Final Fantasy I
but
played
for
is Final
Devil
Fantasy
Hunter
7.
like Dante, it's
And I
party
guess
time. Who'd expect anything
the rhythm
less
game
the
from
son of the
3DS.
legendary demon Sparta.
But that was
Dark
just demo,
Knight, who,
so.
thousands of years ago, woke up to justice and sealed away the demon lord Mundus.
But then Sparta mysteriously died, and his wife got iced by some demons, leaving Dante and his brother Virgil separated.
Despite a long-gone family, Dante kept a chipper attitude and set up a business dedicated to one thing.
Killing demons? And with the blood of Sparta running through him, he's the best in the business.
By harnessing his own demonic energy,
Yeah, it might be.
Dante bolsters his speed, power, and durability, letting him block
I guess not this thing is
kaiju-sized
demons
punches,
though.
move faster than a meteor.
Shantae, I said.
Like an
And then Bayonetta
unstoppable force
is,
of
you
nature.
know, the
As long
angels
as
and
he has
stuff.
the energy, he can
I guess
heal from
demons
getting
technically
shot,
go underneath
stabbed,
that too.
sliced through.
Demons.
Basically anything.
Even without his regeneration, he survived heat that would reduce the layman to ash.
But no hunter is complete without an arsenal, and Dante's got one hell of a sword left by his dad, Rebellion. Plus ebony and ivory, 2 magic pistols with endless ammo clips. And they say the perfect gift doesn't exist.
But Dante's full arsenal
I
is
guess,
far larger and
should say that.
stranger.
Like King Cerberus, a shape-shifting
Oh, this guy has a lot of
Cavalier,
weapons, I assume they are?
that are also
Shotgun,
a
Pandora,
motorcycle,
Balrog,
fire
needle
resistance
gun,
for
missile
boxing, and
launcher,
capoeira, and Navan,
Dr. Faust,
guitar,
whatever that is. Oh,
an
maybe that's.
electric
Is
guitar.
that a weapon?
There's
I think it
also
is.
Lucifer, a backpack of endless laser
There's a
swords
list
that
of
Dante
weapons
got
there.
after slaying. Actually, we never see how he
Assume
killed
all of
Lucifer.
them was the
Yeah, you know
weapons.
someone's a badass when
Most
they
of them was on this.
off-screen the actual devil. Then there's my fave, Dr. Faust, a sentient hat that turns Dante into basically Orville Peck. Oh, and shoots crystallized demon blood.
Dante needed this and much more when he got a warm welcome from the brother he thought long dead. In a twist of fate, Virgil was alive, but went down a very different path.
While Dante
And the
was
villain
partying,
pop, I
Virgil
assume?
studied the blade, seeking the power he needed to exert his will, even if it meant killing his own brother. Something he came close to doing in their first meeting.
But the defeat only spurred Dante's awakening. He learned to teleport using Trickster, slow down time through Quicksilver, and double-team foes with Doppelganger.
With a slick pose and the right timing, he can royal guard dang near anything, then use the absorbed energy to armor up as a dreadnought.
And then there's Devil Trigger, a super form Dante
For
achieves through
superhuman
his
strength
supernatural power.
and speed.
By tapping into his inner demon, Dante can fly and gains an enormous boost in
Okay, I got
speed
3
and
transformations there.
Naturally, his rematch
Devil,
with Virgil went very
Magian
differently,
Devil,
that
and
was
Sin
far from
Devil. It was
Dante's
all tied to
peak.
Devil,
When
apparently.
Mundus got up to his old tricks, Dante battled the Demon Lord in a vast sea of stars, a universe Mundus created on a whim. Even later, Dante one-shot a stronger alternate future Mundus who had completely merged with the demon world.
So he's kind of a big deal. Literally, Mundus became a living universe just for Dante to shoot him in the face.
Then there's Argosax, a god so astronomically intense he had the power of every other demon in existence, a divine deity of the
Okay,
sun
a demon with the power of
also
every
shot in the
demon?
face.
Oh, that
Okay,
guy.
this guy must be
I
really
completely
powerful
forgot
then.
about
And how many
Funny,
demons are
so
there?
did Dante.
Limitless,
Despite
probably,
how
so...
powerful Argosax was, he was just an insignificant Tuesday to Dante.
So it's safe to say Dante had become the strongest around. But no amount of style, pizza, or wahoos could fill the hole in his heart. Sure, Virgil was a power-hungry weeb, but he was still his bro. Beneath Dante's antics, killing the last of his family kinda messed him up.
Until he learned his family wasn't as gone as he thought. It turns out he had a nephew, Nero,
Wait.
who Dante
Okay,
would help
just
get into the
checking.
family business in his own
I was almost worried I didn't
unconventional
record my
And
voice
for
there, and that would be a
Nero was
huge
pretty
mistake.
badass, even helping Dante take on the so-called Demon King Urizen. Nero's Devil Breaker arm can fire
Yeah.
light-speed
Okay,
lasers
just-
that Dante
okay,
and Virgil
good.
have dodged.
Dante and Virgil can already dodge lasers in their base forms, but when charged with enough demonic energy, they can outright blitz beams over 11 times faster than light.
Nero even survived getting melted down while inside a living statue. It's a long story.
And that's the same sort
Okay.
of regeneration that Dante has. meaning
Melted
he can
down from
survive
inside
being
of,
turned into a
of a
puddle.
statue?
So Dante was ready when Virgil somehow returned. Again. And made an apocalyptic demon tree for what else? More power!
With the entire world now on the line, Dante had to get serious and fully embrace his human and demon sides alike by stabbing himself.
Holy shit, Dante has been
Okay,
in battle
that's,
so much, he decided to make it how he powers
That's
up.
a choice,
So he
at
got
least.
his greatest weapon, Devil Sword Dante, and became Sin Devil Trigger. This is
Excuse me.
Dante's demon energy at its peak. He can fire lasers with Loose, obliterate with the fires of Judgment, and surpass even the legendary Sparta.
But although Dante was totally a match for Virgil, neither of them would budge on their ideals. Both were destined to duel until one was dead forever.
But thanks to Nero and two well-placed bitch slaps, they got some sense knocked into him.
Dante realized that
Yeah,
if he
so he
couldn't
became
make
a good
Virgil
guy?
abandon his ways, he might as well keep an eye on him. In one fell swoop, the two severed the world-spanning demon tree and prepared for a permanent departure to the underworld.
You can choose your friends, but not your family. But if that's what it takes to keep Virgil safe, or rather to keep the world safe from Virgil, Dante will deal with it. And all things considered, he's happy slugging it out with his bro. Maybe happier than he's ever been.
Proof that
That's
as
good
long
for
as
him.
you have the human drive, even hell can become a paradise sweet enough that a devil may cry.
Roll credits.
Sit down as we tell the tale of the kingdom
Okay,
of
now
Rosaria
we're on to Clive.
and its prince, Clive Rossfield, a man destined to be a dominant, the host to a mighty guardian icon.
Anybody who's a dom can draw on magic life juice called ether, becoming a big scary monster.
And
The Dante
commanding
part was
the
over
element
really
they embody
fast.
to create
Does it not have a lot of
storms,
gold?
slay armies, and split the
Probably
sea.
not.
Dominants
I
are
assume it would be a
forces of
more
nature,
Devil May Cry
and
game
Clive
since
would
the
be the
original
dominant of the
Deathball.
Phoenix.
Maybe there is
Well,
one or
he
two
was
nuances
supposed
then,
to,
but
Big Bird said
it
no
felt like
thanks,
it's
and
part by
instead
the
picked his sick little
just
brother
passed by really
Joshua.
fast.
Parents don't play favorites, but I guess ancient monsters can.
Despite the rejection and a deep loathing from his mother Annabella, Clive and Joshua were only kind to one another. Clive saw the burden his brother bore and accepted his blessing of the Phoenix in hopes of becoming Joshua's shield.
Meaning he learned a bunch of magic. He can shoot fire.
Yo, magic is
teleport
very
with
much
Phoenix
a big
and took
part of
down
Final
this
Fantasy,
beast
so-
before he was even out of puberty.
Even without magic, Clive's a capable swordsman, able to boost his speed and perception with precision dodge. But it wasn't enough when Annabella betrayed Rosaria for the Empire of Sanbreque. In one night, Clive's knights, people, and his own father were slaughtered before him.
Quick, someone use a Phoenix
Oh,
down.
that's
Those aren't in
traumatizing.
this game.
Well, that's unfortunate. But
Especially
the
if he
Phoenix
was that
icon
kid
Sure is, 'cause
when
the
that
trauma
happened.
of everything made poor Joshua lose control.
Clive wanted nothing more than to help his brother, and perhaps this desire awakened the icon that was in him all along, the fiery beast, Ifrit.
Boy, is
Ifrit.
he a wild one. Just standing
Okay.
nearby will incinerate the average Joe. He can make fire barriers, regenerate lost limbs, decimate.
It's
foes
not only
with lightning
Ifrit. I think there's an
spirit
Ifrit in
bomb,
the Sonic
shatter
universe
a
too.
walking mountain.
The downside
There's also
being
Ib-
Clive couldn't control it.
Iblis,
He
I
didn't
think?
remember
So-
becoming Ifrit, before battling the Phoenix in a
finally
fight that
found
reduced
him.
everything
Yeah,
he
the
loved
Iblis.
to cinders, leaving Joshua
But also
presumed
Ifrit.
dead.
I'm pretty sure
If
Sonic
that
franchise
wasn't
also
bad
had
enough,
an
dear
Ifrit at some
old
point.
found him the next day and made him a
I think it's
slave
in
to Cybertrek's
Sonic
army. Clive spent 13
Rivals or
years
something,
wallowing through life,
if I'm not
searching for
mistaken.
Ifrit's host for revenge, only to
Pretty
learn
sure that
the
was
one he
called
wanted to kill was himself.
Final boss
This
thing it was
revelation
called
hit
Ifrit.
Clive like a phantom train. He thought death was all he deserved for taking the lives of Joshua and so many others.
Assuming I don't
Even
misremember
so,
that.
there was a light at the end of the tunnel. No, not like that.
Thanks to his friend Jill, the outlaw Sid, his doggo Torgal, and a very therapeutic
he's a good boy.
Clive learned to carry the torch
The
for
dog
his
is,
brother,
I hope.
fighting the real problems plaguing his world. Crystals and racism!
In the world of Valisthea, prejudice is alive and well for bearers. Basically, anyone who can use magic without special crystals.
So what better way to dismantle the system than to help fellow bearers and destroy the mother crystals ruining the planet, all while picking up some nifty abilities.
Through a mysterious power that lets him absorb icons, Clive took Garuda, an avian with sharp slashes and sharper talons. From Sid, he received Ramuth, so he could summon lightning.
From his bae Jill, he got Shiva to freeze lava and even time itself. With Titan, he can block and absorb blows with earth-shattering fists. From this Dragon Prince, he got Bahamut and some deadly lasers.
Yeah,
Through
Bahamut.
Odin, he can slow the flow of time and slice apart the fabric of space.
Bahamut is a reoccurring character in the Final Fantasy franchise, isn't
These
it?
powers, Clive
Like the
stepped
one
up to
character that
lead
keeps
the
coming
bearers,
back.
and even reunited with
I think it even come back.
Joshua,
I think in
who was alive
Bahamut,
all
if
along.
I think it's Bahamut or something like that. That's also in Morris Sports Mix.
Hell while doing it. Well, no, not well. Yeah, that way. But
Maybe it
also
wasn't Bahamut,
delivery.
but
By using
yeah, maybe it was
Clive's
actually.
power,
This sounds
Clive
like
can
that
set
might have been
himself
the
aflame,
name of that creature that was in
activating Limit Break to boost
Morris
his
Sports
abilities.
Mix,
But
which is
Limit
also a
Break
Final
far
Fantasy
from
type character.
Clive's limit. After absorbing the Phoenix essence from Joshua, he became Ifrit Risen. Now fully in control of the monster that had tormented him, he embraced his role as a shield for his brother and friends.
Just in time to battle in space, block a planet-wiping blast, and overpower this dragon at the speed of light.
That's no exaggeration. Ifrit Risen is literally stated to move at light speed. Not surprising when Clive has intercepted lasers over 3 times faster than that, and overpowered
Okay,
Omega.
the other one was
God-slaying weapon
11,
that
I
can
think,
destroy,
so
and I quote, all
it's
of
not as
creation.
fast.
But what made Clive strong enough to do all this? You know, besides the majestic man cleavage.
Turns out Clive's birth was orchestrated. He was intended to become the vessel of Ultima, an ancient, all-powerful being that created humanity, but abandoned them after they developed free will.
Meaning everything that happened was the fault of one person. God, the bastard! But Clive wouldn't
Of course
be a
it's
puppet.
God.
If God was in the way of humanity's freedom, then God was gonna die.
Easier said than done.
No shit!
Ultima was stronger than anyone Clive had faced, able to warp all of reality to create a universe. But Clive had a secret not even Ultima foresaw. Over his journey, he developed a special state of mind, Logos.
AKA someone powered by human will and the bonds of consciousness with others. Okay, that sounds like anime friendship crap, but trust me, it made Clive a badass who could surpass his limits, getting stronger over the course of just one fight.
So much so that, despite struggling against Ultima initially,
I'm
by the
gonna
end
tie
of
it
the
off to
fight,
some kind of
Clive
anime
took out
friendship
Ultimalus,
is my
a
power
more
type of thing,
powerful
but
amalgamation of Ultima and his entire species, all while Clive was in his base form.
Ultima literally became Ultima Squared, but Clive still kicked his ass. Using his bonds with his brother, his friends, and his unbridled will, Clive killed God in a giant 999,999 damage punch. Okay, so it really was the power of friendship after all. Hey, this guy's
Yeah, I
got
guess
a
so
future in
also.
shonen.
Well, except we don't really know what happened to Clive. Whether he lived or died, though, doesn't really matter. It was his journey and the world he created that made his life meaningful. Clive's dream of a future where everyone can live and die on their own terms had become a reality.
And his stories were written up in a book by a certain Joshua Rossfield, which he titled Final Fantasy.
oh my gosh. Okay, roll credits. Okay, for a moment there, I was thinking Dante. I feel like he has that advantage there. Because he seemed to be faster. But then they mentioned the part that Clive killed God. With a power level that had 6 lines, I think it was. But then again, using that high of a number, I think that's not that uncommon for I almost said Kingdom Hearts there. For Final Fantasy, because I think there is something like that in Final Fantasy 7 as well, if I'm not wrong. In the final fight against Sephiroth, I could be wrong. I don't know if the remake will do anything about if that will still be the case in the third part of the remake, or it's based on what I've seen. I haven't actually played the original Final Fantasy 7, but anyway. So yeah. And then you had the whole friendship for power type of thing. I mean, that was basically what it was. Yeah, and then Dante fought Demon though, and he fought Demon that was correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they said as strong as all the demons combined or something, which shall tell me that, okay, all demons combined. How many demons are there? Are there a set number of demons in Devil May Cry? I don't think it is, because if there is demons, I will assume there's an infinite number of demons. But I could be wrong in the setting for Devil May Cry. But I would assume if you have the power of all demons and you defeat that, you're pretty strong. But Clive defeated God. Yeah, okay. So, though it is on. So apparently it is also unknown if he lives or dies in the end. I don't know. Is there some kind of choice stuff in the game, maybe? Where you do one thing, you live, and you do one other thing, you die? Cool. Maybe there's something like that. I don't know. Unless the game just straight up keeps it a secret, which I guess is totally possible. Yeah, I'm gonna go with Clive just because of the god thing. But then again, that was just one god, I think. And Dante had the demon guy with all the power of all demons, I think it was. And then, if that was the case, then Chun taking down a demon that has the power of multiple demons be more powerful than taking down one god? I don't know. That's probably the biggest, I was about to say, what if? Yeah, okay, I'm gonna just go with my gut feeling. My gut feeling tells me it's going to be Clive. And for a moment there, I almost said Dante. Anyway, so Clive's gonna win. Let's go to the battle and see if I'm right. Okay, this analysis parts went by really fast, so I guess there's not a whole lot to tell for these characters. But in the end, let's see if I'm right, and let's go! Alright,
the combatants are set,
let's see.
Run the data through all possibilities.
It's time for a death battle! Close the door, and let's open it, and let's get to it. Okay, Clive, are you the winner, or am I wrong? And I think if Dante were to win, it's because of the demon guy.
Hey, I heard your fire
Will be the biggest thing going for him. But I could be wrong in that part. But I think I'm pretty sure Clive has this one because of the god. Fight! Okay, I'm not a fan of the music, but... I'm playing guitar!
Fancy yourself a bard?
Cool. Okay. And here's your electricity. Kick Dante's butt. Okay, that was kind of funny. There was like a little humor effect there. Really grabbing him and pulling him.
No hiding in the shadows anymore, Smokey. Time to see the light.
Oh. Okay. I think Dante was faster though, but when they could defeat God, I don't think it really mattered. But we'll see. We will see.
What the hell is that?
I think he's riding a bike. Oh, this is like that Devil May Cry stuff appearing in the corner. Was this Final Fantasy 7 stuff? No, I think it's Devil May Cry. You know, just space stuff. Oh, I think he got stabbed. We're gonna survive though.
Let's see what your monster can really do!
So the devil cries for more. Let's give him everything we've got. Joshua!
Alright. I guess we're getting to the final blow. Who's gonna get it?
I won't underestimate you!
Mash your button. Okay, are we about equally matched or something? Close to, at least. It seems like you're much closer than I thought.
Please. Just once. I need more. It's been a bash, Smokey. Jackpot! I need every... Not bad. Not bad at all.
I think you're dying.
After a fight like this, God will be nothing.
I was right. I was right.
Oh, okay, that was a whole nother level of close, but I think we got the point.
Yeah, it definitely was closer than I thought it would be. Maybe. But then again, the whole demon things and the god part, they kind of, you know, followed each other for a bit there.
Could easily beat up universe-busting threats.
Mundus and Ultimalius could create universes at a whim, and Dante and Clive defeated them sans their own super forms. Dante and Clive could both consistently intercept lasers at faster-than-light speeds.
And Dante could always amp up with demon juice to briefly outspeed Clive anyway.
11
But
times,
Clive
yeah,
could
that
match
was
that
definitely
by
faster,
boosting his
I'm
own
pretty sure.
speed and reflexes through precision dodge. Both were so beyond the pale that neither could definitively overpower the other.
Okay.
Given their crazy powers,
So
you'd
this
think
part
one
is
of
a
their
draw,
abilities
basically.
would
There are
break the deadlock.
abilities.
Not so much.
I
Dante
mean,
and
it should be
could
that
generally match each other blow
Clive,
for blow,
or open the
be it
two
to
next ones
teleport,
just because he
slowdown
won,
time,
but
flash
then
freeze
again,
the
all the other ones
lock
could
and
also
absorb
be
hits, etc.
And
a tie.
Dante could survive the intense flames of Ifrit. He's dealt with heat like that before.
Though Clive did not have a perfect match against Doppelganger, he did have more methods of manipulating time, both more reliable and abusable, in addition to defensive measures like Ifrit's barrier to fall back on to outlast powers like Doppelganger.
But their super forms evened out. Any edge Clive could get from, say, Limit Break or Ifrit Risen, Dante could match with Devil Trigger or Sin Devil Trigger.
In the end, both have answers to most of each other's powers, making
Okay,
it
so this is
still
another
anyone's
tie.
game.
Which is
Okay,
why it
then
came down to
Clive
one
gets the last
major
one.
factor: endurance. Just how long could these two keep at it?
While Dante's super forms could undoubtedly keep up with Clive's, there is an emphasis in story and gameplay that they expend a lot of demonic energy.
The longest Dante has battled in Devil Trigger against someone his equal is about 6 minutes, and abilities like Doppelganger, Quicksilver, and Sin Devil Trigger burn through it even faster.
Clive's time in Ifrit Risen isn't limitless either, but it can last longer, fighting for tens of minutes if necessary. But given how close this match is, it's vital. If Ifrit Risen catches Dante outside of Devil Trigger, it's over.
I know what you're thinking. Dante's crazy tough. His healing factor's way better than Clive's. Clive can regen lost limbs, sure, but Dante can heal from getting reduced to a puddle. Couldn't he just tank Ifrit's attacks?
Well, yes, but also no. This is where context is everything. While no doubt impressive, Dante's healing has been overcome in the past because it is tied to how much energy he has. Less demonic energy.
Okay, so the
means a
less energy has, the more vulnerable he
Like when
has.
he got
He
knocked
is
out
basically.
for a month straight by Urizen, only surviving thanks to a constant source of demon blood. Hell, overtaxing demon regen is how Dante killed Virgil in the first place.
Even if we assume Dante could get a second wind, it's always possible Clive could get one too, becoming even stronger from pure willpower, just like when he fought Ultimalius.
So, for as tough and persistent as Dante was, Clive was able to endure just that much more to get the final edge. The devil
he has
was
to
in
be,
the
otherwise he
details,
will
but
want the
Clive's
fight.
victory is no fantasy.
The winner is Clive Rossfield.
Next time on Death Battle.
Okay, is it actual next? Or are we waiting to next year? Okay, it is coming next time, right? Yeah, there we go, the December fight.
Subscribe and join us.
Ash Ketchum versus Yugi Moto.
Thanks for watching.
Alright, we are finally getting the Ash Ketchum episode next time. Okay, before I get on to that one, let's go to this one. Oh boy, this was a good episode. The analysis went by so fast for me. The fight went by even faster. So that really tells me that this fight, or this episode in particular, was really good, because when it feels like things goes by much faster than they're supposed to, I guess that's probably a sign that, you know, you enjoy an episode. You know, because things tend to go on forever if you feel find it boring, I guess. So, but yeah, I was right. But this was this was Oxo. Great choice of words. But this was also much closer than I thought it was gonna be. But then again, the whole demon part and the god part was basically the two that was, you know, fighting each other the most for me. So yeah, super forms. I think I missed that part. That's possible I missed that part because I completely forgot about it. I hope you mentioned that. I'm pretty sure I did. Otherwise, I'm gonna play the player. I think I just completely missed it. I don't know. Maybe it's just that time of the day. I don't know. So yeah, I did really enjoy this fight. The animation was really good. The analysis was even good too. And I really enjoyed this one. The only part I probably wasn't that big of a fan of must have been the music choice. I mean, it had its moments, but then it had its other moments which I don't care for. That's because, you know, people who sing with extreme deep and dark voice to the point where they're literally screaming as dark as possible, you know, it doesn't usually fall into my taste. Yeah, oh no, I did enjoy the episode. I don't think there's much anything else for me to say there. So, good. Now the next one! Oh my gosh, I am really excited about the next one. Because we finally have Ash Ketchum versus Yugi Muto. And it's about time. So that is most definitely then the final episode of this year. I don't think they're gonna sneak in one more episode before in the end of December, but that should be the last episode of this year. I heard it was gonna take a break, so it probably won't be anything in January. I'm gonna keep re-uploading all reactions in the meantime. Maybe I even go back and react to some of that because I haven't seen in a while. I'm not gonna say that for sure because, you know, I don't know. But maybe I do that, you know. In the meantime, we're waiting for February, I guess, in the next episode there. But yeah, we have the next episode. It's finally Ash Ketchum's episode. Now this is gonna be really exciting. I am really curious how they're gonna pull those episodes off. Is it gonna be a 6-on-6 battle, like in the style of Pokemon battle? Is it just gonna be Ash and Pikachu versus Yugi and whoever his main is? Or is it gonna be something else that I can't think of on the top of my head? I don't know. But I think it's gonna be at least Ash and Pikachu at the very least. Don't think you can have Ash and then don't use Pikachu. You can't do that. It's just they're a team. You know, you can't have one without the other. So yeah. But if they go 6-on-6, now I'm not really that familiar with the Yu-Gi show. I might have watched it at some point when I was a kid. That in that case, it's years and years ago, and yeah, I don't really remember the show. I remember something about a card game, which I guess is the Yu-Gi show, so it could have been. I think I remember watching a show, which I might have been Yu-Gi, but it could have been something else. It could most likely was something else. And when they broke the fourth wall and said, hey, back in episode whatever, in something, I think. And then I think he lost a battle, and they went off to try football. I don't know if that's this show, but it could have been something else. Until they came back and, you know, won. But it's still interesting. I think that was something heavily tied to the card gameplay and so on. I don't remember if that's Yuki's show or not. I don't think it is. But anyway. And I can't completely misremember that, you know, because I was a kid and, you know, certain things memories tend to fade over time, you know, especially with my memory. Okay, so here's the thing. Which Pokemon do I want to see Ash use in this fight? Well, I think he got to use his best. I think he needs to use his best. We have Pikachu. We can't go without Pikachu. I think he needs to use Lucario. I think that is a big one he needs to use. Yeah, he Mega Evolved this Lucario, didn't he? In the show, during the show? I think it did. I'm pretty sure that Lucario can Mega Evolve, so he should be able to use that. I know he used all things in the Valor Fine one. Mega Evolution, Dynamaxing, and C-moves. I'm pretty sure, so... Yeah, but anyway, it needs to be Pikachu, Lucario, at the very least those two. I think having his Lycanroc, the Dusk form of Lycanroc, that is his, should also be a pretty good contender of a Pokemon he might be having on his team. He can't go without Greninja, because, come on, Ash Greninja. Come on, Ash Greninja. Come on, Ash Greninja. And then, let's see, oh, he's Infernape. That is probably a big choice for him around there. Either that or Charizard, and it has to be one of those two. Charizard because you know it's one of the most best Pokemon from the early generations, I guess, and because they have a lot of there's a lot of story around those throughout been a lot of story throughout them. Him leaving out the dojo, I think it was, and then Charizard not listening to him for a while, even brought them that story part into the movies. You know, it's a big part of them until something about taking care of him on the beach episode or something. It's been a while since I watched most of the early days on the show, but then Infernape was other choice. That could have been a good one here too. Just because of his Infernape was being left by his trainer, Ash took care of it. Yeah, I think it was no, wait, that was Charmander, which became his Charizard. I think the more like his trainer was, I think, was Paul at the time, which was a bit too rough on the little guy, I guess, and it became much stronger with Ash, which might have been the first sign of Ash Greninja. It was technically the Ash Greninja before Ash Greninja without the whole transformation part. So I guess you could say definitely one of the strongest Pokemon at the time. That's I'm pretty sure remember, but I definitely remember being one of the strongest at the time. Let's see, which one did I say here? Okay, we go Pikachu, Lucario, because that's a good one. We have Lycanroc and Charizard, or Infernape. I guess he needs to have one of his Ultra Beasts. Poipol's Mega Evolution, which I don't remember the name on. Maybe he could use that, but maybe not. You know, basically okay, there's at least those 4. Who the last 2 can be is a bit of a mystery, because I guess you can technically just throw in 2, use both Charger and Infernape, or you can also just use his Sceptile, I guess, or you can use Gengar, you can use. I mean, there's a lot of options for Ash, and you know, he can even use most of his team, I guess, as he had in the end of Journeys when he won against Leon. So he could just use most of that team anyway, and let's call it that, you know. But at the same time, it's kind of nice to mix and match between each of the best generations, you know. So, but anyway, I think the Pikachu is a must. Lucario is a big win. Same with this Lycanroc is a big maybe. And then you have Charizard, which I feel like is a big inclusion that needs to be there, maybe. But that would be just as fun with Infernape. I don't know who his team will end up being if it is a 6-on-6 battle. But at least we have a certain idea of who I think he should be using. And then there was Greninja, of course, because of the Ash Greninja stuff. So that was 4 or 5. There's still 1 mystery, actually. There's 1 mystery left. Okay, repeat. Pikachu, Lucario, Lycanroc, Charizard of Infernape, and Greninja for the Ash Greninja stuff. Who the final one can be, I don't know, but we'll figure it out eventually, I guess. I think that is a good team to use for Ash, if it is 6-on-6. But there's 5 of them. I guess who will the final be? I don't know. It could be his Ultra Beast Pokemon. It could be Dragonite. Did he have Dragonite? I feel like he had Dragonite. Or it could be Gengar. Gengar is a good choice. Even if it just ends up being just Ash and Pikachu, I am certain the next episode is gonna be amazing. So that should be in the beginning of December, isn't it? Around the 9th of December, maybe? So, or let's see, we have okay, technically it's the first weekend. Technically it's the second, but so around the 6th, maybe that should be. So 1, 2, 3, yeah, around the 6th. I guess we will see that episode around the 7th. That sounds like a good time too. Anyway, let me know what you thought about this episode by posting in the comments, and let me know who you thought, if you agree with the results and all that sort of thing. And if it ends up being a 6-on-6 battle, who do you want to see from Ash's team and from Yugi's team? I'd like to see. And also, you can't have anyone on Ash's team. You can choose whoever you want on Ash's team, but Pikachu needs to be there. That is, that is the one big must. I think it's a big must. You can't have Ash without Pikachu. Plus, Pikachu is his strongest Pokemon. I mean, he defeated Latios and Darkrai. Who knows what other Pokemon this trainer had? But there's 2, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, whatever the 4. My brain is acting weird. Whatever the 4 other Pokemon this guy had, must have been legendaries and mythicals there too. Who knows what he had? But anyway, his Pikachu is a beast. Just watch the final episode Journeys alone and you see, wow, this Pikachu is strong. Anyway, this Pikachu has been strong the entire show though. And Team Rocket has always had trouble capturing it. I guess it's a pretty good reason, so yeah, thank you all so much for watching. And I'm gonna go edit this one and get this video out as soon as I can. I thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Meanishu96 signing out. And next time, well, the battle's gonna be legendary.